been talking about incredible things that can happen when you embrace that we're all different, and embracing our differences turns us into winners. So when my next guest, Kasey Bergh, was in her late 40s, she was blindsided when her husband of 14 years filed for divorce. But she kept her heart open, and after a text message mix-up, Kasey found herself at the crossroads of daring to be different and possibly finding love. Take a look.
Online dating was pretty frustrating for me. Nobody was really interested in me, and I wasn't really interested in anybody.
But things were about to change when Kasey mistakenly texted a wrong number while at a work event in Denver.
I got an answer that said, "I'm sorry, you've got the wrong number." Embarrassed, I wrote back and said, "I'm so sorry to bother you." And then this person writes back to me.
Kasey continued to exchange messages with the mystery person and discovered they had a lot in common.
He writes back, "Do you know anything about the law of attraction, or have you read The Secret?" At that moment, we went from two strangers on a mixed text to people texting and chatting about all kinds of stuff.
Kasey would go on to learn the person she'd connected with was a man significantly younger than her.
He asked me how old I was. I told him that I was 25 at heart. But then we shared that he was 23 and I was 52. There wasn't really any part of me that thought it was going to be romantic, but I felt so strongly that my energy could inspire him. So we decided to meet for coffee a week later.
Enjoying their time together, Kasey invited Henry to a concert where their connection took an unexpected turn.
So we're at the concert, we're in front of the stage. All of a sudden, he puts his hands on my hips, and everything changed right at that minute. And so even though the voices in my head immediately started screaming, "Oh my God, he's hot, but are people gonna think I'm his mom?" I felt like I had to make a choice at that point. I actually leaned into it.
Please welcome to the TFM, Kasey Bergh. Kasey, how are you?
I'm doing great, Tamron.
First of all, I love that you text the wrong number by accident and fall in love. I text the wrong number. It's like a spam or a bill from when I was in college. I mean, it sounds like a rom-com. You're just texting, and it's what are the odds moments?
Absolutely.
So I heard you say all of these things ran through your head, like, people are gonna think I'm his mom. People are gonna think what's going on here, but that didn't deter you. It seems like you felt like, you know what, I have to live my life on my terms. How did you get to that point?
You know, in my life, I felt like I have had so many challenges that it was a great opportunity for me to learn and grow from, as opposed to backing away. And so I thought, this is here on purpose. It's what I've got in front of me now, and I'm going to go for it.
I'm gonna go. Look at our audience like, okay, you're gonna go for it. I love it. It's like you're daring to be different. So the guy who stole your heart is not far away. We've been talking to you, but I'd like to see this Henry character that stole your heart.
Right.
Henry, are you there? Come on over here. There he is. Oh! I'm so interested from your perspective as well, because Kasey said, you know, you asked her how old she was. She said 25 at heart. And then she revealed her actual age. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, when she said 25 at heart, I knew she was a little bit older than I was at that point. But I mean, as Kasey had mentioned, we had been texting and had found common ground just really quickly. And I mean, just building a friendship, so.
I think obviously everything happens for a reason, and our journeys are our journeys. But you get a wrong text message and you respond. I never respond to messages that are wrong. What made you curious enough to reply?
You know, this was someone who was trying to meet up with some colleagues, and I thought if they essentially were ghosted, that would have led to more confusion. So just trying to pay it forward and say, sorry, you need to keep looking for your friends.
So, okay, so, you know, we said dare to be different. You think this is just a love story. It is not. Coming up, part of this story you will never forget after the break. Welcome back. Okay, Okay, before we went to break, we were speaking with Kasey Bergh and Henry Glendening. Their paths crossed when she sent a wrong text message and he was on the receiving end of it. Now, despite their 30-year age difference, they fell in love. And Kasey, you went on to get married, right?
Yes, we did.
How soon after the text message did you get married?
Oh, 3 years.
3 years,
But we
okay.
kind of knew right at the beginning we were supposed to be together.
Yeah, you were meant to be together because here's what I was teasing before the break. You get married 3 years after the text message. Then 4 years after that text message, Kasey, you learned of a health crisis. Let me play this. Take a look.
Henry and I were together for 4 years, really happily. We traveled all over the world and all over the country, having endless adventures. And then I started to get sick. I had swelling in my feet and my hands, and I would be nauseous after I ate.
I was really worried about how Kasey was feeling and trying to understand what was going on. Just really starting to feel kind of urgent, like hopefully we can find somebody who understands what's going on quickly.
I'd had a kidney transplant when I was 34. And when I went to my doctor now with these symptoms, he said that my kidney had failed and I needed to go on dialysis and ultimately have a second life-saving kidney transplant.
Kasey and Henry, here you were, this chance encounter on a text message. And then Henry, you find true love and you learn that life is fragile. How do you explain how that felt for you?
It came as a sudden surprise, not something that we were anticipating at all. And, Kasey, something that she's always been about and, that connected us was, not just the law of attraction, but, even being present in the moment. So I think for both of us, that really help us, stay peaceful through this and just see, what would unfold with the universe.
Here you are. You'd gone through the divorce, you found somebody you wanted to spend your life with, and then you end up in this health crisis and you need a kidney transplant. You're looking for a match, you're looking for a donor, and then you find the perfect match. After 2 years on dialysis, April of 2019, you had your life-saving kidney transplant. Tell the audience who was your donor.
It was Henry.
I will answer every wrong phone call here for the rest of my natural life. I mean, I know you brought up the book, The Secret, and we remember how popular we all ran out and got The Secret. I still have it, and you talk about it. But that phone call, yes, it was meant for love, meant for the connection, but it was meant to save your life.
Yes, it was.
And Henry, it really goes along with the theme of our show, Dare to be Different, because you all said we're not going to fall for the stereotype of age. We're not going to fall for, people's rules about what love is supposed to look like. We're going to dare to be different, answer this call from a stranger, despite age difference, and fall in love, and you're winning because you have found something that people dream of.
That's where we are. Yes, it's been an absolute miracle.
Oh, my gosh. We are so happy for you. I have one more question. Henry, who gets to play you in the movie? Because this is a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, we'll see. I could settle for maybe Jake Gyllenhaal or Michael.
Okay, and Kasey, who do you see cast as your role here?
Maybe Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's what everybody said. People in the audience said Gwyneth Paltrow. I love it. They said Gwyneth Paltrow. There you have it. Well, you know what? Congratulations on daring to be different and winning with love and great health. Thank you both for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing your love and your story.